Hello, expert investors. I've been wanting to make this video now for a few hours. That's because I've got 3 emails this morning with a link to this video asking my opinion, and I thought we'd make a video for everybody to see. So, real estate bubble risk. These global cities show the highest real estate bubble risk, and guess who's number one at the highest bubble? Our home city of Toronto, Ontario, and Vancouver coming in number 6, beating out every other major metropolitan city in the world. So that's put a scare into a lot of people. And you know what? It should. That's what this type of article is meant to do. It's supposed to be scary, so you click it and you read it. However, without getting into the nitty gritty and understanding the deeper fundamental reasons why this is true today, you're not going to have a good perspective on what's going on. Now, you're probably interested in this because you own property in this area in Southern Ontario, around Toronto and the GTA, and you're worried that you're in a bubble, or the prices might come down, or the prices might drop by half, or you won't be able to sell your property, or whatever it is. Or maybe you're an investor who wants to keep investing, keep creating cash flow, and you're worried that this is the wrong market to do it. Well, without being informed, you can't make proper decisions. And reading an article like this and taking information from it is not being informed. You cannot be informed from a single article that's not, I don't want to say spreading fear, but that's in a sense fear mongering. Okay, because they're not giving the full detail. You'd need 6, 8, 10 pages of information in order to disseminate the real reasons why this is happening. Now, let me give you one example. Okay, so these global cities show the highest real estate risk. They're measuring around the world. Okay, lots of cities they feel are underpriced, and Toronto's coming in number 1. That's really the point here. And there's some trends. You can read it. It's fairly informative. But let's look at this. So, article, same day, Canada has a record amount of new housing under construction. Okay, this is a report completed by BMO. Now, you got to ask yourself, if we're in the biggest bubble on earth, why are we building new housing? Doesn't make sense, right? Because all the prices are going to burst. Why would a builder, massive developers, spend millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars developing new units if we're going to crash? Something doesn't make sense here, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. So this is also a good read. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but I want to point out a couple of interesting notes, and I'll encourage you to read it also so you can inform yourself and become a more sophisticated investor. Okay? Canadian housing starts fell from a record high, but still remain at one of the highest levels ever. The seasonally adjusted rate of new home starts came in at 300K for September. It's lower than its peak, but still one of the highest levels ever. A reminder that there is plenty of home building going on in Canada. So these people know something that you don't, and they know something that that article doesn't know, okay, is that the demand for housing in this particular area, Toronto and Southern Ontario, is absolutely insatiable. Meaning you could build 300,000 units across Canada. A good majority of those is going to be right here in Southern Ontario because we have the most population. And we're not going to quench the demand that we have, okay? Nearly 500,000 units are currently under construction, emphasized the bank, a new record for units, even adjusting for population. This is one of the biggest building booms ever. Canada hasn't seen this type of building boom since the 70s. A key difference now between the 70s is back then they built mostly single-family homes. Now these are largely multi-units. What they mean is condo buildings, which take much, much longer to finish. The supply relief boom that began is still in the pipeline and is likely to hit all at once. So what do they mean by that? Is that we're adding a huge number of supply. Lots of supply is coming to the market while we're in a trend where prices are recalculating themselves to account for higher interest rates. And as soon as all this new inventory hits the market, it's going to rebalance pricing. That's what the bank believes is going to happen. But in reality, there's so much demand that we don't actually think it's going to happen. Okay, we don't really think there's going to be a rebalance. There might be some rebalancing where we hit an equilibrium, But as soon as buyers get confidence again and investors get confidence again, where we can foresee and forecast our expenses, and we think rates are going to stay level or decline over a period of time, bang, we're going to hit another crazy wave of buying again. Because I'm just talking for myself. We have so much pent up demand from our clients just waiting for the right opportunity. And I'm not the only one out there. There are millions of buyers wanting to buy, but now doesn't seem to be the right time. And I kind of agree with you, unless you're an opportunist like me. So read between the lines. Please get informed. This is just a small example of how articles like this one can sway your opinion without giving you the true information. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, put it in the box. I will respond myself. Talk soon.